If you're here, you likely want to learn a new language. Or probably you are already learning a new language. For both cases, let me tell you that you are in the correct place. Hi everyone! Welcome to a new video in my channel. I am Eve, and in this channel I am going to be sharing with you some ideas about languages, productivity and bullet journal. I am going to be sharing with you my 5 reasons why you should learn a new language this year. But before that, I would like to ask you, what are your reasons to learn a new language? To travel abroad? To meet new people? To apply to a scholarship or a new job? Write your own reasons in the comments below so we can meet each other. First, we all know the benefits for the brain when we are learning a new language. The process trains our memory, and as a result, our brain becomes stronger and healthier. When we know the structure of a new language, we tend to ignore other information that is not helpful for our brain, so we tend to focus our attention in the important information for our brain. What happens here is that our brain needs to adapt and switches from one language to another. And this has to be done without saying any incorrect word in the incorrect language. Also, there are so many brain benefits, but as I'm not an expert on this matter, I would suggest you to check the links that I will post in the description box. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First, to have fun. Learning a new language means that you are going to be able to check foreign content, either online or physical content, such as video games, music, books, magazines, TV programs, among others. So let's think hypothetical that there is a TV program, for example, that you want to watch because the subject is interesting for you and also can teach you new things, right? However, the whole TV program or the whole film or documentary, it's in Japanese. So what are we going to do if the TV program is in Japanese, if we don't actually know how to talk in Japanese? Now let's think that you learned Japanese in the past, or now you are learning Japanese, at least the basic of the grammar or vocabulary, and actually you can watch the TV program. Will you have a great time? I think the answer is yes, because you will be able to understand, to enjoy, and to learn something from that content. Well, the same thing happens with other contents such as video games, books, magazines, even social media, because we all are currently spending a lot of time in social media. So if you learn a new language, you are going to be able to enjoy the content that you consume on internet. So my advice here is that you have to learn a new language just because it's fun for you, not for any other person. Second, you are exposed to new ideas. Let me give you another example for this reason to learn a new language. Let's think that I am a Spanish native speaker, and let's assume that I don't speak English at all, any basic structure, I don't know anything about the language, and I found some books that catch my attention, okay? For example, all these books that I want to read, but all of them are in English. And I know for sure that if I read those books, I'm going to be able to learn something new about those specific subjects. Well, the thing in that example is that I'm not going to be able to expose myself to a new idea. Okay, so if I don't understand the language, if I don't know anything about the language, it's not going to be helpful for me. Coming back to the main subject of this reason is that there are tons of writers out there around the world that have amazing ideas about any subject, and we need to learn the language in order to learn that idea, in order to catch and apply to our own life, or even to apply to our own jobs, because they also write something about a specific subject, I don't know, for example, economics or history or even languages. Third, it's easier than you think. I know for sure that paying for a private lesson is not affordable for everyone. For example, for me, it wasn't. I didn't have enough money to pay a private teacher who teaches me English for me alone, in my house or online. I indeed learning English at the university with my classmates. However, I think that now it's easier to learn a new language because we have that opportunity to get into the internet and find online resources. And I say it's easier because literally you can learn a new language lying on the living room, eating your favorite snack or drinking your favorite beverage, okay? So it's easier because you can do it by yourself at your house and you'll be learning a new language. Even if it's just basic structures, basic vocabulary, but then you're going to be doing something for the language. You don't need to pay a teacher when you just decided to learn a new language. Start alone, try to do it by yourself at your house, lying on your bedroom or in your living room, and try to do it because you will achieve your goals. Now, I recommend you that if you're watching this video right now, you can go to Google and type online resources to learn blah blah blah, the language you want to learn, and then you'll get tons of websites about grammar, listening, reading, speaking, everything that's needed to start the process. Fourth, you can truly experience new cultures. Knowing different structures and vocabulary in different languages helps you to open your mind. And yes, this is completely true because each language has its own rules. So if you, for example, if something is normal in one language, it might not normal for you in your language. Let's take the same example from a TED Talk that I have just watched yesterday, and I'm going to leave the link of the video in the description box so you can check it out. Okay, the example is, let's think that we have a table, a normal table, and in Spanish, for example, my mother tongue, we say that the table uses a feminine article, okay? So we say una mesa, or we can also say la mesa. For some people, this might mean that the table is actually a girl, but in fact, the noun needs an article, and the articles in Spanish are for masculine and for feminine. So the table uses la mesa or una mesa. So in that TED Talk, the speaker said that he thought that the table was a girl. So it was difficult for him to learn or to understand why we uses an article that is for girls in a table, right? I hope you can understand my point. However, you might be wondering, how is this related to the reasons why you should be learning a new language? Well, this is because languages allows us to communicate, express our ideas, feelings, thoughts, behaviors, among others. For example, we can learn a recipe from countries through languages. Yes, we can do that, because if we learn a new language and we read a recipe from that country, we're going to be able to replicate that recipe. And food is full of culture. Yes. Even we can learn about the history of a particular place or learn about jokes, because jokes are full of culture. So languages and culture are closely connected. One is part of the other. So we are learning both at the same time unconsciously. Fifth, capable of achieving goals. I'm not going to lie, this last reason is mainly personal, because one of my main ideas and one of my main goals in life is to learn languages, to listen to people, and to understand them. I want to feel confident when I'm talking in another language, and also I want to feel that I'm capable of making the communication possible. So this last reason might also fit you, because if you are here right now watching this video, it's because you also want to learn a new language, or you are doing it right now. And it's likely that you also love languages as much as I do, right? So I encourage you to keep trying it, to keep doing your homework, to keep doing all the activities that you want to do to learn a new language, because I'm sure you are going to achieve your goals. Please always remember that knowing different languages opens the world in so many different ways, especially connecting cultures. These were my 5 reasons why you should learn a new language this year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a comment down below. See you next time. Bye, friends!